What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of J&D Sports Talk. In this episode, I'm going to be giving you my NFL Week 4 predictions. We have some good games this week. We have some divisional games. We have some games that I think could go either way, some blowouts. We're going to talk about all of them, pick some winners. I hope you guys enjoy. Make sure you subscribe. Also, check out our TikTok and Twitch, and let's get into today's video. All right, first up, we have tonight's game, Thursday Night Football. We have the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. I've seen the Arizona end zones for this game. They look pretty nice. But Seattle has won the last 7 times, and I think they make it 8. I'm going to take the Seahawks on the road here to beat the Cardinals. I think it will be a good game, hopefully. I just need to see more out of the Cardinals. I think Seattle is doing good so far. But the Cardinals, I need to see more from. They're barely beating bad team, which is the Saints, and then they almost lost to us in a comeback fashion. And then last week they didn't do well against the Niners, but I need to see more out of the Cardinals, like I said, and I think the Seahawks win tonight. International game, we have the Vikings at the Steelers. I think this will be a good one, but I'm going to take the Minnesota Vikings. I think Carson Wentz goes 2-0 in his Vikings start. I think that this will be a good game too. Hopefully the Steelers offense is entertaining, but I'm going to take the Vikings here in international. I think it's in Dublin. I think that's where it is, but the early window for Sunday, we got 7 games. Starting with the Commanders at the Falcons. I'm going to take the Commanders and I'm going to take the Bills. I think those are two very predictable games. Atlanta had a terrible game. I don't see them bouncing back at least yet against the Commanders with Jaden Daniels or not. Marcus Mariota is solid. He's a good play style for the Commanders, that run style, dual threat. I think he leads them to get the job done. And then Buffalo, I don't even think New Orleans should show up to this game, but they will. They're going to go to Buffalo and it's going to be just as bad as last week. Bills are going to win that one. Browns and Lions, I think this one will start out close, but then once the late second quarter, early third quarter hits, the Lions are going to run away with it. They're going to beat the Browns. Um I think this is a good opportunity for the Browns to get 20, 30 points again. And I think the Browns will get around 14 to 17. But other than that, I think the Lions win this one pretty good. Next up, we have the Panthers and the Patriots. I think this will be a really good game, but I'm going to take my Carolina Panthers to win this one. Last week, we won 30-0. It was a great effort. We celebrated the win. Now it's time to focus on the future and going back to 500 with a win on the road against New England. New England isn't a bad team. They had like 5 turnovers last week. After this week, I hope New England turns it around. But Panthers are going to get the win this week. Next up, we have the Chargers and the Giants. I just want to say something about the Giants quarterback situation real quick. I don't think it's the right time to go to Dart. I think benching Wilson is the good decision. You're 0-3. Last game was bad by the goal line. I think you should have went to Jameis. I think you should have went to Jameis for a couple of games because you're throwing Jackson Dart, who I don't really think is NFL ready quite yet, into the fire against a Jesse Minter star-studded Chargers defense, who's one of the hottest teams in the league, who looks one of the best teams in the league, I should say. I think it's a little too early for Dart. I believe in Jackson Dart. I think he's going to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. Right now, this game, no, I'm taking the Chargers with an easy win on the road. I could see this one being like 30-14. I think Neighbors gets a touchdown from Dart, and then I think Scadaboo runs one in. But other than that, I think the Chargers kind of dominate here. Eagles and Bucks, this is one of the better games of the week. I'm going to take Philly, though. I hope Philly wins. The Bucks are one of the best teams in the NFL. Unfortunately, Eagles are the best. So when you get one of the best versus the best, usually the best wins. Obviously, I could see Tampa winning, especially at home. Tampa has had Philly's number in the last few years, but I still think Philly has what it takes to win this game. Wow, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 road teams winning, 2 home. Changes here, though. I'm going to take the Texans and I'm going to take the Rams. This Texans and Titans game, I think it's going to be so terrible. I think the final score will be like 14-11. And last second field goal would win for the Texans. I don't know what's going on with them, but they're going to get their first win this week, at least I hope. And then Colts and Rams, I think this is going to be a dogfight, 30 plus points each, but I think the Rams are going to run away with it like 38-34. Matthew Stafford's going to throw 4 touchdowns. Daniel Jones is going to throw 3 touchdowns. I think it's going to be a really good game. Rams will come out on top, though. Jaguars and 49ers, I'm going to take the 49ers here. I could see the Jaguars winning, though, but I think the Niners are one of those teams that are going to win a lot of close games, and I think they do this week. I think this one will be close. I'm thinking like 28-24, 28-21 kind of game. Even with the injuries they have, I think the Niners get the job done. And I think the Chiefs also get the job done at home. I think this is going to be a good game, but I think the Ravens are going to be the ones that fall to 1-3. I want the Ravens to win, but I just have a feeling that the Chiefs are going to win at home in Arrowhead Stadium against the Baltimore Ravens, which is a team that they've had their number recently. Next up, we have the Bears and the Raiders, and this is a very interesting game. I'm going to take the upset, though. I think it's the upset. I'm going to take the Raiders. I think the Bears last week was kind of a fluke. I don't think they're going to do that every single week. I think they're going to be inconsistent, leading them to only 7 or 8 wins. I think the Raiders will have a much better week than they did the last 2 weeks, and I think the Raiders, this is their game to put up 20, 30 points. Sunday night, we have Micah Parsons' revenge game against his old team, Dallas. I'm going to take Green Bay. I don't think this game's going to be much close. I could see like a 34-23 kind of game, but Dallas's defense is not great. They're going to be without CeeDee Lamb. Dallas is already at a huge disadvantage. Green Bay is 6-0 at Dallas Stadium all time. Most recently a playoff win, so I don't really see where the Cowboys win this. I think Packers get the job done here and they bounce back. Monday Night Football, we have probably the worst doubleheader of all time, but I'm going to take the Dolphins in the first game. The Dolphins aren't a great team, but I think they're better than the Jets. Hopefully with the talent they have. I think they get their first win, and then I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think they bounce back. I'm giving the Bengals one more chance without Joe Burrow. If they go out there and do what they did last week, then I'm probably not going to be picking the Bengals much anymore. But these are my predictions this week. I'm going to click submit right now so I don't change them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out our TikTok and Twitter at J&D Sports Talk. Please subscribe. I have a goal to work in sports. I want this to be my dream job, so please support that. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, like I said. And let me know who you think is going to win this week and what your overall record of predicting games this week is. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.